Hey everybody, it's Pam with Silver and Sparkles, and I am here to show you this fun tag that I made, and we're going to make one together. It's a little different. I saw this idea on Pinterest and I thought that is just darling because I think this will be really cute to include in a journal, and then whoever is using it will have all of these decorated paper clips to do something fun with. So it's quite easy, but we'll just do one together so maybe you can craft along with me. Now on this one, I did like an inventory tag. I didn't do any inking, but you could certainly ink. And I have another style inventory tag ready to go, but then I also thought this one actually is, has the print on the back as well. These I just mounted on part of a file folder, a manila file folder. But I thought if you don't have the inventory tags, you could use a tag from another paper kit. This is one from Pink Monarch Prints. I believe it's their Midnight Blue tags. Here's one of the pages, and they just stack and coordinate together. Or you could just cut a tag from any paper you have. It's a piece of scrapbook paper, paper kit you're enjoying working with, something like that. So I will try to link some of the supplies that I used for you, but you can always pop over to my Amazon shop and see like these wood buttons are on there, and they are so cute. And I've got some different fibers and ribbons. And then also you can go to my favorites on Etsy and find some fun digital papers if you need some of those. So let's get started. You can make yours any size. Let me go ahead and give you the measurement of this tag. This tag happens to be 5 3/4 by almost 3 inches. This one was a little bit larger. This one is a smidge over 6 inches by about 3 inches. I just think it's so cute. All right, and then I'm just using little paper clips. Again, use whatever paper clips you have. And you could probably use the jumbo ones or a fun colored paper clip. I don't know. Use what you have. So I think what I'm going to do first is I'm going to do the paper clips. And I believe I'm going to go ahead. I did 6 last time because I was kind of thinking, you guys know I like odd numbers, but I was thinking that, I'm just going to make sure 6 look okay on here, that with the ribbon off to the side, that kind of gives you that odd. So you have the 6 up here. And when you get to this many, you probably don't really notice anymore if it's 5, 6, 7, something like that. That's 4, 5, 6. I think I like that. Okay. And then this one, I did blues here, and obviously you could do any colors you wanted, but I did pull out these neutral fibers and ribbons thinking that that might be kind of cute with this tag. So we'll do one that's neutral. So that's, I don't know, we'll just see how these are looking as we go. Kind of like having some different kinds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6. So there's 6 different ones out for right now. And depending on the ribbon, you know, the really thin fibers like this, I doubled up and tied on, and then used a little bit of hot glue to give it some stability. And I'm just hot gluing the buttons on as well. For this one, I pulled out this pack of vintage buttons that I have. Again, just to give you guys ideas of how using different supplies, you'll end up with something that looks quite different. And that's fun. And I definitely like all the blues and the colors, but we'll see how the neutral one turns out. Now these are strung together. Wow, and they are old. I've been wanting to play with these, so hopefully I will do them justice. Whew. Okay, so now I have a bunch of old buttons laying on my desk. We'll try not to lose them as we go, and pick out just the right ones for our project. If we need any more paper clips. Okay, so I just started with a piece of ribbon, fiber, thread. You could use fabric, torn into strips, whatever you want to do. And on the ribbon, that was wider like this, I actually just kind of held it where I thought it would look nice. I'm definitely going to trim it a little bit shorter. And I'm just going to put a drop of hot glue right there and just hold it together. All right. And then I'm going to pick out a button. See how easy? There, that looks pretty. This has that kind of mother of pearl shell look to it. And again, we'll just do a dab of hot glue and stick it down. And that hot glue is coming up through the hole of my button. But hopefully it'll be okay. Now it is turning on my paper clip, so I will probably do what I did with those others and just add a little bit of glue back here to kind of help hold it. Hopefully that'll keep it from spinning too much. And once it dries, I'll rub off that glue that is showing through the button. Okay. And I think that looks better. Just a little bit shorter. It's still spinning a little bit, but I'm going to let that dry and then we'll see what we think. Okay, so on to the next one. And we'll just do all 6, and then we'll worry about poking a hole and getting the rest of the tag decorated. Oh, my Alexa is giving me a notification, but we really don't want to talk to her while we're filming a video. So hopefully she did not hear me say her name. Okay, so again, it is a little fiddly, but I just think it's worth it. It's so cute. The thin fibers were a little floppy until I reinforced them some, and the thicker pieces of ribbon did pretty well, but the thinner ones were actually a little bit easier to get on, honestly, because I tied them on. But these, I think, will just become way too bulky if I try to start looping it around. Some of these still have like the old thread on them. That one would look cute. I'm gonna use not quite so much glue this time and hopefully not get it seeping through. All right, so if you are new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoy the project today. If you are a returning viewer, thank you. Thanks for all your support and helping make all of these videos so much more fun with your comments and your questions. Keep them coming. Makes me happy. If you haven't subscribed, I hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel. Now this piece of ribbon is going to give me a little bit of a fit. I can already tell. I think I'm going to try putting some glue on the actual paper clip. There we go. So yes, I hope you'll consider subscribing, and I hope you guys will give me a thumbs up, leave me some comments, tell me what you think. I just think these are going to be so fun to have in our journals. It's always fun to have something a little different and a little extra. So I may even pop a few of these into onto my Etsy shop. Let me know if that's something you guys would be interested in. I made up a bunch of the ribbon samplers. Yeah, they're made. They're just not posted. It actually takes quite a bit to get things up into the shop, because you have to, of course, make them, and then you have to take pictures, and you have to edit those, and you have to upload those, and then you have to write the Etsy listing. And again, it's fun, and I'm so privileged to have a successful Etsy shop and something that I enjoy doing, but it just takes time. And I know I keep saying, guys, I just don't have time lately. I feel like I've been just running around off schedule for over a month now, with the holidays and then everything going on in my house. So again, hoping that will improve a little bit in the coming days and weeks, and I will get some things posted for you guys. I even have like a few larger journals I want to put in my Etsy shop. So anyway, it'll happen. But let me know, is this something that you would be interested in seeing, a tag like this with the fun little decorated paper clips in my Etsy shop? Let me know. Oh, I love the polka dots. That's fun. And I really had fun with the original one with those wood buttons. I think I've shared with you guys some of the, I think those, and then like the butterfly shaped ones, and I believe there was a heart shaped one. Anyway, they are so fun, and I think make projects just have a little pop of color. But these vintage ones sure are sweet. All right, so 2 more to go. I haven't done the gingham, and then I think I have some ribbon I haven't even opened yet. It looks like it's more of a twine, so we'll see how that one does too. And you guys can see how I try to stabilize those a little bit on these clips. And it did help, I believe, when I was adding the glue, to get the glue right here and on the paper clip. So that's a little helpful hint. If you're doing this with me, the hot glue makes it easy as well, because it dries fast. Okay. There we go. I think I have these approximately the same length. I guess we'll find out. Some of these are so old. I mean, you can just see how they're worn. I guess from use, right? And some of them are cracked a little bit. I just love that. And I love my button collection, but it's fun to use them as well. You know, sometimes they sit here and they're so cute to look at, but it's fun to get them out and use them. Okay, so this definitely is like a kind of a twine material, but it's pretty thick, so I don't think I'm gonna loop it around and tie it like I did with the really thin fibers. I think maybe I'll tie one loop and let's see what happens. Like I said, it's really thick, thicker than I realized. All right. I don't know. Do I have a little bit larger button? I was thinking. All right, if this doesn't work, we'll just start over with a new paper clip. I am going to just use the glue to try to hold this together a little bit. And let's see what it looks like before we put our button on. Get it to kind of hold the shape a little bit that we want. I was trying to get these to stay together at the top. All right, so I have not forgotten about my nesting journal. I was giving people a chance to kind of tell me which option they wanted before I filmed the video, so that one will be coming up probably next. I haven't filmed it yet, but I'm about ready to, so I may even get to that today, so it'll go up in the next day or two. So that'll be the last of the nesting journal video. But Yeah, I think that's gonna work, and we can just put the button on. So that one is coming. And I thought, even though you could make these in a Valentine theme, take a little break. Everything I've been doing recently has been Valentine, which I'm happy with, but I know not everyone is into Valentine's. So we will we'll take a break today from making the Valentine themed items. Okay, now I do want to poke a hole and put some fibers on here, and I'm just going to eyeball the center. I think this one would do well with an eyelet. This one had the faux, what do you call that? A hole reinforcer. And I have some of those hole reinforcers somewhere, but let's use one of these. That'll look cute. And then we'll put a ribbon on that. Let me get my big bite should set this eyelet. I love these. I love these big chunky eyelets. Let's see. Yes, it did a good job. Thank you, Big Bite Crocodile. You never know. Like, sometimes they just don't do what you want them to, and it's very sad. All right. How are we doing? Oh, I think this is gonna look cute. I'm going to go ahead and put the paper clips on and see if we're liking this. It'll also help me decide which of the ribbons I want to put through that eyelet at the top. So, how cute is this? I just love it so much. All right. Very easy project with a nice impact. All right, which of the ribbons do I want to use? I'm thinking of going back to this one. It's kind of soft, and I think it will go through that eyelet pretty well. Let's hope. If it doesn't do well like this, we'll just loop it through and tie it, but I think it'll do okay. If I cut it long enough. I did. All right. And on the original one, I did like 3 of the different really flimsy kind of strands and made it kind of fluffy, and that's cute too. Look at that. That is so stinking cute. I would be excited if I opened a journal and found this in there. And again, you could leave it, but you could use these on a variety of pages. Now, I do have some scraps out. This is the piece that I used there, but I was thinking this side would look really cute. I don't know if I want to cover up as much of the tag on this one. And I wrote out for this one, it's just my handwriting, believe in the magic of new beginnings. And this one says, to make an end is to make a beginning, and that's T.S. Eliot. So I do think this will work. So I'm going to just finger tear and decide where we want to put this. And I do want to add a button like I did on the original. That one is really gray compared to the other buttons. So I'm not going to, it would have looked good with the paper, I think, but I want to stay in the same tone. That one is super dirty. I don't mind aged looking, but that one looked really dirty. I was trying to go for one that was a little bit bigger. Ooh, that one's not necessarily bigger, but it's definitely the color that I want. Okay. I think I want this edge torn as well. If this ends up too tiny, we'll just tear a new piece, but let's see. There we go. And like I said, if you want to see any of my favorite supplies and things that I use, feel free to check the links in the description. Oops, I'm going to turn it this way just so that there's a little bit of a direction to the paper. And I don't know if you'll even see it once I put the words on, but I'll know it's not upside down. How's that? Sometimes I look up at the camera as if you guys can see me when I'm talking. Goodness. Okay, so now let's add the button. I'm going to be careful. I'm going to go around like that. Well, that's where the button's going to be because that's where I dropped it. I did want to go back to this very first one I did there. I was able to pull that glob of hot glue out of there. Okay. Oh my goodness. How cute are these? What do you guys think? Let me know. Please let me know if you plan to make any. Let me know if this is something you'd be interested in seeing in my Etsy shop. So, have a great day. Until next time, I hope you'll come back and join me and have fun with your paper crafting. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.